doubles and coffee, $20 million to be paid to fellas who are accused of kidnapping and brutally murdering Vindra Naipal Coolman. They sued the state. The state at the time was the PNM. The PNM, the People's National Movement. The People's National Movement selected an attorney general who was so incompetent, so lazy, so inefficient that they did not even put in a defense. Anybody who's been to law school or has interacted with lawyers or who has utilized the courts for anything will know that for an attorney on either side of a case to miss a deadline, to miss multiple deadlines, because the court don't just give you one deadline. You get another chance, you get a reminder and so on. And to forget or to fail to put in a defense and lose a case because of your total stupidity, incompetence, dotishness, inefficiency, don't care attitude, and raw, pure stupidity, that is the PNM. That is the Attorney General of the PNM. That office holder is the second most powerful, the second ranked member of the cabinet. The cabinet of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago consists of the Prime Minister and the Attorney General. All other ministers are not necessary, can be changed, but the cabinet still exists when the Prime Minister and the Attorney General are sworn in, duly sworn in. That makes up a cabinet. The Attorney General of the PNM failed to put in a defense, failed to say, hey, no, it wasn't malicious prosecution because of X, Y, and Z, and therefore we want to argue that this case should be dismissed, or we don't agree with this, and give the judge something to read, to mull over, and then to rule. The PNM did not put in a defense. And former alleged criminals, kidnappers and murderers now have to be paid by your money, the taxpayers' money, $20 million, as the Privy Council has ruled finally. Then when the PNM got caught, you know what they did? They went to their go-to guy. They paid money to a man to investigate that a file was missing, which was not missing. Do you all remember that? They came out with press conference and said, but the file is missing. Every attorney, every clerk, everybody who has interacted with the court knows that there's soft copy, hard copy, medium copy, double copy, duplicate copy. The file was always there. The file was not missing. What was missing was intelligence of the PNM, competence of the PNM, brain of the PNM, ethics of the PNM, work ethic of the PNM. All of that was missing, and no defense was put in. They then paid money to say that the file, well, it wasn't really missing, but the file, and they put some new systems in place to make sure that another file would never get lost, which was never lost in the first place. That is the PNM. That is the people who want to stand up now and pontificate on every issue. As Kamala sneezed, they don't say bless you. They say she's spreading COVID. As Kamala walked, they say she walked too slow. She go reach late. As Kamala sit down, they say that chair too hard. She should sit down on a cushion. That is the same PNM that is in chaos, that does not know who their leader is. There's a penny, there's a small pin, and there's a former, all pushing and tugging and pulling. And those are the people who would like you to change your mind from the way forward, as Trinidad and Tobago now stands ready, willing and able to meet its responsibilities internationally, regionally, and domestically under Kamala Prasad Bisesa. A PNM government that had you to take your hard-earned money and pay $20 million because of their stupidity and incompetence is telling you to put them back because them could run the country. Take that, soak it in, read it, but you will see, you wouldn't really see it much in the newspapers. Could you imagine the $20 million of taxpayers' money to be paid to former criminals, alleged criminals charged under serious offenses after they brought a lawsuit? And lawsuits, you all know, don't go fast. It's not like it was going so quick that it was too quick for the PNM and the deadline passed and thing. All you know, the wheels of justice in Trinidad and Tobago turn very slowly. Could you imagine being dotish at a slow pace? You could understand somebody being dotish at speed when you're on a time limit, when you have to complete something quick. You could understand that. But imagine the PNM is dotish at a pedestrian pace, at a turtle pace. The PNM is dotish with time to think, and they want you to take them on. Leave the PNM right where they are. Local government election coming, 2030 election coming, 2035 election coming. Decimate the PNM, reject the PNM, leave them in the quagmire of incompetence, leave them in the cesspool of stupidity. $20 million because the PNM is stupid. Do you all understand? But don't look for PNM fake news media to push that story, to front page it, to get opinions, to get the Law Association to run. Law Association, what say you on this debacle? Anything? Any statement? Or you waited for UNC to do something? Bless in this country that is a mess because of the PNM since 1956. Imagine that. Dunce AGs. Wow. And then they put one who didn't even do maths. And then want you vote for that. Bless. Have a wonderful day.